Hey guys, Nubkeks here, and welcome back to some Heroes of the Storm. Today I'm bringing you some Falstad gameplay. So we did Falstad a couple of months ago. I figured it's about time to do another little video on him, and this one should be pretty good, covering some mistakes and some good plays as well. And yeah, this is also up to date after there've been a few Falstad nerfs, but he still remains pretty much one of the best assassins in the entire game. Really, really useful. Doesn't bring quite as much damage as some of the other assassins. We'll talk about that as we go through, but he brings a tremendous amount of utility, and you'll get to see that in action. The gameplay doesn't start off too good. I think I missed my first few Qs completely. It's very depressing, really. I'm kind of going, oh, I don't get any stacks, so I tell him this is a disaster, like that. But it does kind of pick up speed as we go on. I wanted to mention a couple of things before we go into this particular gameplay and start talking about the talents and the gameplay and stuff, which I can't believe I missed that one. That's so bad. But yeah, just I recorded this at the same time as the last video, the Li Ming video, same day, so I didn't have a chance to put any of the feedback you guys were giving in that video into practice. But basically, yeah, in the last, like, suppose week or two in the channel, it's been a bit lacking, I felt personally, on the Heroes of Storm gameplay videos. What I want to do going forwards, as I miss another hammer, is to try have a gameplay video up every day on the channel. I think that would be, like, the best thing for what we're doing. I should just ensure there's enough content there, and then have, like, the extra videos, like the tier list, and like any discussion videos or whatever be kind of additional videos on top of that. That's kind of what I want to do for the channel. And I think that would be kind of good so that you guys know that there's going to be a gameplay video up every day. So that's the goal going forwards. And make sure to cover other heroes. The next one I've already recorded and everything is going to be Abathur. So that will be up tomorrow, hopefully. And yeah, unless I get something else that I figure should go up more urgently in the meantime. But yeah, gameplay video every day. Also, people were saying that they wanted me to pay a bit more attention to the talent choices, like to leave the talent pane open a little bit longer and let you guys see it and such. So I'll try to do that, and to discuss the talents a bit more. I'll try to do that in the next few videos. Obviously that won't be in this video, and not so much in the Abathur video. I kind of tried to do it a little bit in the Abathur video by myself, but now that I've got like specific feedback, I'll try to do that kind of a bit more diligently as we go forward. Because it is something I've heard on several videos. So yeah, I think that's all the sort of housekeeping stuff. Anyway, getting into this game. This has ended up with a Thrall versus Falstad game here. Lane, sorry, I should say. Very common lane, actually. I've played this several times. I believe one of my promotion videos, playing as Thrall. I mean, if you search on the channel, use the search function and search for Thrall, you'll see this played from the other side, and I think it's basically Thrall versus Falstad top lane again. It's pretty funny. I guess I was revealed from the lightning there, or else that was a lucky shot, so I'll just Hearthstone anyway. Very common lane though to happen, especially in Cursed Hollows. Yeah, it's quite an interesting lane matchup, Thrall versus Falstad. So Thrall will slowly kill you, because Thrall heals himself and you do not, and you know, there's nothing you can do about the lightning. It will just slowly kill you. However, at the same time, basically what happens is that Thrall also can push the lane, whereas Falstad pushes the lane very quickly. So just you keep pushing the lane in. Whenever Thrall almost kills you, you just like Hearthstone out and fly back in and you're fine. So our teammates, I'm not sure exactly what happened. We were winning that at the start, and I feel people went a bit too hard. Zul, I wasn't paying attention there because talking about the Thrall lane stuff. Either he was there and he left, or he was never there in the first place. But we eventually lost. I guess he wasn't there. And then we lost because we were trying to pick a 4v5 fight. So even after getting a single kill, we were going a little bit too deep. So that kind of sucks. I would really like probably for Zul to be there, honestly, on this particular map. On other maps, in fact, I don't like the pick of Zul on this map at all. I don't think he's very good in this map. Well, he's okay, but he's not as good as he is on other maps. He can't soak two lanes on this map because they're too far apart like he can on other maps. So that kind of sucks, unfortunately. I see my teammates are all here. This Chromie out of position. Thrall realized it. You can see Thrall just running around on his mount. He was having none of that. We'll certainly take that kill. Thank you very much, Chromie. And goodbye. So Thrall's going to do some damage to me. That's fine. I'm not really too worried. And this is why I'm not really too worried. He is out of position. There we go. That's going to be a kill on Thrall. Nice rotation by Arthas. Very nicely done. Picking up that kill. Can't complain too much. Looks like our teammates are going to pick up the curse as well, I think. More than likely, they are going to pick it up without too much contestation from the enemy team. Yeah, you can see Lunaris down bottom. The enemy team is just split up to try soak stuff. That was a nice little move by Rhaegar. He dodged the backswing of my hammer there. That's pretty good. Again, I'm not too worried. Again, this is one of the Falstad things, is you can trade a little bit aggressively sometimes in the lane, or indeed against Thrall and or Rhaegar, or anyone basically, and you'll be okay because you have your flight. Now, ideally, you don't want to have to use your flight to just keep Hearthstoning coming back, but you can do it. And certainly against Thrall, you will have to do it because he will start slowly killing you. But again, it's one of those funny things where Thrall won't actually get any structural damage done if you play it right, because you'll be stuck for the whole thing. I was looking at hopefully ganking Lunara here, but Arthas missed his route, so that kind of scraps that plan. If he'd hit the route, I probably could have flown in. You know, I probably could still fly in, but I just wasn't super confident about our chances in terms of the coordination and stuff. So I decided I'll just save the flight, play it a little bit safe, and just go for the tribute instead. We've been winning these fights so far, so I'm feeling fairly confident. Lunara is very dead. And there we go. Rest in peace, Lunara. Make some good damage down on Chromie. That's a nice little E from her. She just managed to get away. We didn't have the Arthas thing coming off cooldown. There you can see the wave here coming in very nicely. Chromie's going to try run past. Going to knock her off her mount. Just keeping her busy. Unfortunately, that one hit me. That was a well-aimed one by her. I think she lands her W here as well. Yeah, very nicely done. So nice little, nice moves by that Chromie. That was pretty impressive. Kind of stack up here. A little bit risky with the Chromie, but the Chromie's being zoned off. We do get a nice AoE heal out. Zul does get himself killed. Nice couple of stacks on Chromie, and we get the kill on Chromie in return, so that's fine. You know, we trade 1 for 1. We're going to hit level 10 soon. It would be nice to have Zul alive for the level 10 push, but this works as well. And we're also on Curse Point, which is pretty good. Gonna get some stacks here on this Tyrael. There we go, a couple of stacks, can't complain too much. And there's the Mighty Gust, which is going to be a key part of us, of how we play this game. So at this point I decided to Hearthstone just for a little bit more mana. I possibly could have run up as well. Wasn't really paying attention here that Zul was coming top as well. So it's fine, I guess. We'd get a nice push up top. It's kind of weird. I probably should have paid more attention. I was just kind of working on the assumption that I would fly top. Instead Zul's come up. So that makes it a little bit awkward for our teammates because they've had to rotate away from bottom. But we're going to get a nice bit of a push. And actually worked out pretty nicely there. You can check that out. That's pretty cool. Because the tribute does spawn beside it. I was tempted to dive after Thrall, but it's a bit risky because Thrall has all that self-healing. But nice ping by our teammates as well, ensuring that we pick up the skill. Can use my E to just dodge that and ensure we don't take any damage. Kind of figuring our teammates probably have this. I think I'm looking for a flight opportunity. Teammates have taken quite a bit of damage. I'm flying in, I'm going in, here we go. Let's see how this works. Gonna gust behind them. Nice thunder comes out though. Zul's backed off to take the tribute instead, so that's okay, I guess. And the rest of our teammates don't die, so that's good. So that was perhaps a little bit overly ambitious of me right there, going in for that Falstad, the Flight and Gust combo. You get to see me do, I think, a good one, probably later on in the game. Zul way out of position there. Yeah, basically, I was trying to be ambitious. You know, Zul had stopped to pick up the thing. Oh yeah, I remember this guy. This guy's an idiot. He's an idiot. Oh man. Yeah, so Zul went to pick up the tribute instead of pushing the fight, which is probably, honestly, I don't know. It's okay, but I would honestly say it's a bad call. Like, especially when I fly in and gust them back, I would say, okay, you've probably engaged there. Like that, the drill came down from the from Tychus. I was going into Mighty Gust. It's like we were engaging very hard, and Zul, instead of engaging with us and backing us up and winning the team fight, he went to take the tribute instead, and, you know, I died. Kind of sucked. That's a pretty decent Gust. Oriel's probably gonna die. Oh no, she's gonna survive. Well played. Sanctification comes out. It was almost a really nice Sanctification, but a nice Aegis from Oriel keeps her alive as well. I'm just gonna stay here. This Tyrael's gonna port. Yeah, there he is. He knew he was gonna port. And that's fine. And yeah, I thought that was funny then. Zul just, with the team all on like really low life with me dead, so the enemy team well in an advantage because, again, he gave up the team fight in order to take the tribute. He then goes and pushes the fort down and gets caught out by the near full health enemy team because he didn't participate in the fight, and then he rages at the team and starts going, team, why are you there? I was like, oh my god, this guy. You get that a lot though. You get that a lot. People with the loudest voices are also the ones with the least to say. Is that right? Oh. Tilted. Anyway, here we go. We're going to pick up a boss. Pretty nice. I'm just, you'll see this is something I'm doing repeatedly during this game as well, which is actually quite important, especially on Falstad. Because I've got these two high impact sort of utility abilities with Flight and Gust, I'm constantly letting my teammates know when I have them ready, like when they're going to be off cooldown. I'm basically indicating that I'm intending to use them soon. I'm like, yep, flight is ready, gust is ready, I'm intending to use them, I'm going to use them, let's go, let's go, let's go. At this point, our teammates should probably have run to their boss quicker. I think it's pretty obvious that they're doing their boss. Yeah, there we go, so they did it. I would have been able to fly in and maybe contest it with Gust. They do have Tyrael, but he doesn't have his Holy Ground at 16 yet. But our teammates didn't go there, so the enemy team kind of gets that boss for free. I really think we should have contested that harder. There wasn't really anything I could do. I needed to go back for mana. But yeah, I really think we should have gone down there and fought that. We have the Gust. We have a lot of tools to really make their life miserable if they try to take that boss. Anyway, gonna push down this boss. I used my flight just to get down here and ensure we pick it up a little bit quicker. The fort didn't take too much damage. I guess it was very worthwhile overall. Flight will be on cooldown, but it shouldn't be too important really overall. Alright, Zool triggers a trap, not too bad. So the enemy team obviously know we're here. They can see all of us, but they're in a really tough position. They're at mid lane and top lane. They've got to fight their way into a pretty established position right here. I was considering at this point as well gusting them away if they came, just to ensure we take the tribute. Just this disengage, just easy tribute gust. But they didn't actually get there in time, so it's completely fine. At this point I'm going to probably push down this mid lane, being a little bit cautious here because I don't see the enemy team. Gonna have to respond to that top lane push as well. If you see they have a siege camp pushing in, it gets a lot of value if you leave it be. I forgot to pick up the regen globe, but I will pick it up eventually. I'm going to go up top at the moment, so I'm going on the way. Just indicating to my team I'm going to go up there. And our teammates can deal with the rest of the map. Certainly the enemy team could create quite a powerful push at this point. They don't have anything else to do except do that. They've got the siege giants pushing top, so this is kind of an ideal time for them to try to make something happen elsewhere. Looks like they're kind of struggling to do it. It was actually a fortunate tribute spawn for us in this situation, because it means that, well, both teams were kind of around that bottom sort of area, so they both have to sort of rotate towards middle, which also is near where I am, and that's completely fine. Our team are fighting, so I just say, okay, grand, I'll grab the tribute in that case. I could have flown in, but I figured our teammates had this kind of locked down, and it'd just be nice to grab this tribute, and it makes the next tribute fight very important then as well, because it will be a curse point tribute, and if the enemy team isn't able to contest that, we'll have, hopefully, well, there'll probably be an even talent tiers actually by that stage, but we'll certainly be able to get a big push off of that. That'll be a very powerful curse if we manage to secure it. Alright, pushing in here. Actually, let me talk a bit about the talents, because I haven't talked about them. I think a bit about them more in the previous Falstad build. They're pretty straightforward. At level 1, you pick up the stacking Q quest. It just makes your Q do a lot more damage, which gives you more burst damage, and it gives you more wave clear. It's just really nice. So every time you hit a hero, it increases. It's been nerfed since that last video, actually. It increases the damage of your Q by 1.5 damage. Obviously, you can stack both on the outswing and the backswing, so you can get up to 2 stacks per hero if you're lucky. Or if you aim it well as well, like I did at the start of this game. But yeah, it gets a nice few stacks, and it's a nice little bit of extra damage throughout the game. It can be quite nice. Haven't got a lot of stacks in this particular game, but still, it can stack up pretty well. Depending on the game, it can be pretty damn good. I didn't actually realize I was that close to Chromie. That was a little bit of a misplay, but that's okay. Gonna kill her anyway. There we go. Yeah, I could have just run there, honestly, or just used my E to get on top of her. I didn't need to use the flight. That would have been a really nice Q right there. That would have done a lot of damage, but a huge sanctification comes out and does sort of save them. I'm going to come away from this. I'm going to gust them away at this point, so the Ancestral came out. Our team are all really low on life. So that was kind of unfortunate right there. I think at this point this fight is fairly difficult. I would say we kind of need to just chill, take it easy. People need to go back and like Hearthstone or tap the well or something. I'm kind of waiting on that flight cooldown, and our teammates look like they do want to fight. I think it's risky. We can fight and kill someone if we get a pick. Okay, like that. So there we go. We do get a pick on I think I'm gonna die here. Yeah, I do die. Damn it. We did get a pick on the Thrall. I kind of figured, like, we have a lot of burst damage. This Zool is hilarious. He's like, GG, as predicted, warned and pinged 3 times. So the Zool's not that good, really. It's just one of those funny things with the Zool. I think he's noticeably not particularly strong as a player, but he's like, he's raging. He's the team captain here, apparently. He's letting us know, watch the replay and you'll see what I told you. So Arthas is actually wrong here as well. I think, you know, once he had activated the ult, I think the right decision would have been that I don't know, maybe I'm biased, but I felt like what I was doing was the right decision. I was definitely biased. But yeah, I mean, like, the Ancestral came off. The enemy team was all very healthy. We were all quite low. I think just gust them away and then sort of like just bide some time for us to like tap some healing wells or Hearthstone or something. Or else just give it up and go somewhere else. I think we'd lost that fight pretty much at that point. We'd taken too much AoE damage and not gotten enough in return. I mean, we did get like a pick, which is pretty nice, so that's fine. Don't really need to worry too much about this. I've got Gus, so it should be safe. We do see the enemy team is coming in. Zul's he's almost dead. He's gonna Hearthstone, which is a bit of a waste here. Okay, he stopped his Hearthstone. That's good. Gonna gust them away at this point. Holy Ground almost secured that for them, but it's okay. I'm just trying to dodge what damage I can. There we go. Not too bad. A nice drill came down from the Tykes as well, and we zoned them off. Got the kill. Not too shabby. So that was a bit gnarly there for a little while. I do have flight ready though, so this is okay. I was just saving my Gust. I knew that the Tyrael obviously had several tools to kind of secure that boss as well. So that was kind of a mind game between myself and Tyrael, and I was kind of relying on the rest of my team to deal with the other enemy members, and they did, so that's pretty good to see. I'm going to come deal with this big wave. It's a nice chunk of XP, will help us get to 20 first, and also will just help save our towers a bit of damage as well, which you can't complain about too much. Probably should use my W here on this bruiser dude, but oh well. Other talents. Level 4, I picked up the extended range and shield on my E ability, my barrel roll. I think it's a pretty nice one, actually, and something I want to use more and more if I can. I'm going to be able to fly in here shortly. I'm waiting on that Gust cooldown. Here we go. Gust is coming off cooldown. Flying in. This is going to mess that enemy team up pretty badly. Rhaegar's not going to be happy with that. Thrall's caught out of position, just diving on top of Thrall. I actually should have focused Thrall there. That was a nice Ancestral. Thrall actually survives. So if I focused the Thrall, he would have died before the Ancestral hit, then we could have turned it around. I kind of assumed that Thrall would die. Unfortunately, he didn't. So that was a little bit of a misplay by me. But we do pick up a kill on the Thrall and the Rhaegar in the end, so it doesn't work out too badly. We do come out of that trade overall the better. Oops. Oriel does die. Again, like, luckily we will get quite a lot of damage just from these minions. That's kind of nice as well. Tychus is going ham here. I think this is a dead Tychus. That is a very dead Tychus. So that was a bit unfortunate. I feel like the Oriel and the Tychus deaths were both very unnecessary, but oh well. Yeah, the barrel barrel is quite nice. All of his level 4 talents are quite nice, to be honest with you. I kind of vary them depending on the needs of the draft and what the enemy team are gonna kind of be doing to us, if you know what I mean. I decided to go for the barrel roll to let me be a bit more aggressive and to kind of just help deal with like the Sunders and the Tyrael and stuff like that a little bit better. Also to upset Chromie's aim a little bit. I just figured that the upgraded barrel roll would be the most useful in this game, but I think all the level 4 talents can be good, depending on the situation. At level 7, I picked up the... again, I think we should have come down here. I know we're down a couple of heroes, but we have Gust. And the enemy team is in a bit of a rough spot. They're just respawning as well. I think we could have at least scared them off. Obviously throwing my hammer in there. Zul's pinging for retreat. Thanks, Zul. But yeah, obviously not going to face check that bush. We know that they're there and that they're expecting us to probably come contest this, and that we're going to be doing something of a... It would be difficult to contest it, but I think we could have pulled it off. But obviously knew that they could very likely be waiting in that bush. So I scouted it out with the hammer. They just had the Lunara thing there. That's fine. So the enemy team does get the boss. I think we could have really put up a better fight for that. At least scared them off or something. Wasted a bit more of their time, but this is okay. Yeah, at level 7, the boomerang. So you can press your Q again to make it explode. Just a big chunk of burst damage. Secret weapon is also pretty good. I think you got a couple of options. I like this one just for the burst damage. It's going to really wreck stuff like Chromie and Thrall, who don't like getting bursted down too much. He's going to take a lot of damage from this. I do have Gust ready. I'm kind of saving it as late as I can. This might be saving it a bit too late, actually. Just waiting for a good Gust opportunity. Obviously you can't Gust them while Sanctification is active. And there we go, the Gust comes out. That was actually pretty good that the Gust was timed with the Ancestral there. That worked out in our favour. So they waste a much bigger and much more important cooldown. And then like the Gust basically negates what they're trying to do. They way overextend here, like way overextend, and they just get blown up. Again, we do have quite a lot of burst damage when we actually focus someone down. It's fine, just flying in aggressively. I have picked up Epic Mount at level 20. You're going to get to see me use this a couple of times actually. This Epic Mount talent, which reduces the cooldown, the flight speed, and the cast time of your Gust. It's pretty important. I should have positioned a bit more aggressively there. I was assuming we'd kill him again. It was a nice heal came out from their team, so he does escape. Gonna be able to... Nope, not get him down. Nice E from the Chromie. She's actually been pretty good at those. There we go. Tychus does eventually finish him off. Definitely could have handled that a bit smoother if I'd played it a little bit better. Zul is now throwing out the friendly GG. He threw out the negative nasty GG earlier. Now he's throwing out the friendly one. He's a little bit of a two-faced fellow, this Zul. I'm gonna fly in on top of this Chromie. She's caught out. She's gonna die. There she goes. She is dead. Nicely done. This is definitely gonna be GG at this point. Enemy team were overextended. Can't complain too much about that. We're gonna win the game. Level 10 obviously picked up Mighty Gust. It's just so useful, as I hope I've showed in this game. There'll be one more really cool Mighty Gust play, so watch out for that. Thrall just get picked off and killed. Yeah, level 13 and 16 I pick up the two things for his trait. There we go. You're nowhere is safe when Falstad is epic mount, and even just stepping out an inch from your fountain, well, not your fountain, your base core Hall of Storms, that's what it's called, an inch from the Hall of Storms, and you can get picked off by a very rapid flight followed by a Mighty Gust into enemy team, not even safe under core, or an inch from your Hall of Storms. So there you go. Yeah, level 13 and 16 pick up the trait thing, so it makes your cooldowns come back faster, and it also reduces the activation time of your trait. Normally I think it's 6 seconds. After you've taken damage, your trait activates, it gives you more movement speed. You take this, it activates after only 2 seconds, and it increases your movement speed, and then your abilities recover much quicker, which is pretty nice there. So stats will come back to them in a second. I think I'll check out the talents here first. Probably hop row with them. Yeah, so Gathering Storm, Updraft, Boomerang, Mighty Gust, Flower Rider, Airy Gusts, and Epic Mount. So all really, really useful talents. This is kind of like your standard Falstad talent build at the moment. And here are the stats as well. So obviously with this talent build, Falstad, he doesn't do as much damage as other assassins. He's not your highest damage assassin, and that's not why you're taking him. You're taking him because he brings so much utility. What utility does he bring? Well, he brings fantastic wave clear. He brings fantastic global presence. He can split push, he can split soak, he can de-push lanes. All of that very safely, very quickly. He can get to fights pretty much anywhere on the map. Mighty Gust can either engage a fight for your team or disengage a fight for your team. And yeah, he's fairly safe as well. He's got some. He does have, like, while he doesn't have huge damage, he has pretty decent damage. I mean, you can see like Arthas did as much as we did in that particular game, in terms of hero damage. But we obviously did a lot of siege damage. Yeah, his damage won't often be the highest. It won't be as high as like a hyper carry like Greymane or Li Ming or anything like that, or Lunara. But the utility he brings more than makes up for it. He's one of the absolute top picks at the moment. Just the map presence that he brings you is so useful, and he wins objectives with Mighty Gust. He does. It's so good. He wins bosses as well, as you saw in that game, securing some bosses too. Very, very useful. One of the things I guess I'm not a huge fan of in Falstad's playstyle, I suppose, is that with this build in particular in the late game, you are kind of reliant on your spells and on not taking damage. So you have to play a little bit sort of passive, or at least when you go aggressive, you lose all that cooldown reduction and movement speed whenever you take damage. So you're kind of encouraged to play a little bit passive, or at least like focus on more utility things, like again, like pushing those lanes or taking kind of these neutral objectives and just map stuff, as opposed to purely fighting heroes, because basically your level 13 and 16 for the most part stop working when you're actually fighting heroes and you're actually taking damage. But at the same time, it's still pretty good. It's still pretty good. I'd be curious. I mean, they've obviously tried to increase Falstad's talent diversity in the past. You could potentially make a fairly legitimate auto attack build as well. But I think this one is the most useful overall at the moment. I hope I kind of illustrate that in this particular game. So there you go. Don't be like Zul. Don't be that Zul. I'll have a good time when you're playing. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Give it a like if you liked it. And yeah, Abathur next. And then more focus on talents and stuff going forwards as well. A bit more focused on, I suppose, the sort of the fundamentals of each hero, as opposed to, I'll still cover, I suppose, more advanced stuff and the strategies and such, but we'll cover the more fundamental things like your talent choices and things like that as well, and how the talents work and stuff. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.